Teach the youths, men and women around the world the need for hard work and perseverance and adopting due process in making a living. They should desist from defrauding people or refusing to pay his workers their due wages. Do not use biblical verses to deceive people. God is watching. Now let's delve into the shocking Bible verses about fraud, Ponzi scheme, and all dishonest ways of getting rich quick money syndrome. The Bible has strong warnings against fraud, dishonest gain, and the pursuit of quick wealth. Here are some key verses that address these issues. Fraud and dishonest gain. Proverbs 11 verse 1. The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. God hates fraud and deceit in business dealings. Leviticus 19 verse 13. Do not defraud or rob your neighbor. Do not hold back the wages of a hired worker overnight. Fraud and cheating others out of what is rightfully theirs is a sin. Proverbs 10 verse 2. Ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value, but righteousness delivers from death. Wealth gained dishonestly will not last or bring true satisfaction. Micah 2 verses 1 to 2. Woe to those who plan iniquity, to those who plot evil on their beds. At morning's light they carry it out, because it is in their power to do it. They covet fields and seize them, and houses, and take them. They defraud people of their homes. They rob them of their inheritance. God pronounces judgment on those who use deception to take advantage of others. Ponzi schemes and deceptive business practices. Proverbs 13 verse 11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Quick money schemes lead to ruin, but steady hard work leads to true prosperity. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. Greed drives people to dishonest schemes, but it never truly satisfies. 1 Timothy 6 verses 9 to 10. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. The desire for quick wealth leads to destruction and loss of faith. Avoiding dishonest money and trusting in God. Luke 16 verses 10 to 11. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? God values honesty in financial matters and sees how we handle money. Proverbs 28 verse 20. A faithful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. Seeking wealth through dishonest means brings trouble. Jeremiah 17 verse 11. Like a partridge that hatches eggs it did not lay are those who gain riches by unjust means. When their lives are half gone, their riches will desert them, and in the end they will prove to be fools. Ill-gotten wealth does not last, and those who pursue it will suffer loss. Applying biblical teachings on fraud and quick wealth to modern life. Understanding these biblical principles is one thing, but applying them in today's world is essential. Here's how we can avoid fraud, Ponzi schemes, and dishonest money while living in a way that honors God. 1. Recognize the dangers of quick wealth schemes. Biblical warning. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Proverbs 13 verse 11. Application. Be cautious of investments or businesses that promise high returns with little or no risk. Many scams use biblical language to deceive people. Do proper research before investing money. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Encourage financial literacy and wise stewardship rather than gambling or speculative investments. 2. Live with integrity in business and finance. Biblical warning. The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. Proverbs 11 verse 1. Application. In your workplace or business, always be fair, transparent, and honest in financial dealings. Pay fair wages and avoid overcharging, bribery, or deceptive practices. Choose long-term, ethical financial growth over shortcuts that involve deception. 3. Guard your heart against greed. Biblical warning. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. Application. Instead of focusing solely on financial gain, seek contentment with what God provides. Pray for wisdom and discernment when making financial decisions. Avoid jealousy or comparison with others who seem to have more. Their wealth may not be from God. 4. Trust God for provision, not dishonest means. Biblical warning. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Matthew 6 verse 33. Application. Work hard and trust that God will provide for your needs in honest and ethical ways. Do not compromise biblical values for the sake of temporary financial gain. Teach others, especially younger generations, the value of diligence, patience, and faith in God's provision. 5. Warn others about fraud and Ponzi schemes. Biblical command. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Ephesians 5 verse 11. Application. If you suspect fraudulent activities in your community, warn others and report them if necessary. Educate people, especially in churches, about the risks of financial scams. Encourage accountability in financial matters, including transparency in church or ministry finances. Lastly, the Bible strongly warns against fraud, deceitful wealth, and get-rich-quick schemes. Instead, it teaches hard work, honesty, and trusting in God for provision. Those who engage in fraud and Ponzi schemes may prosper temporarily, but ultimately, they will face consequences. True wealth is found in righteousness and godliness. Encouragement. God calls his people to live with integrity, wisdom, and faithfulness in financial matters. Those who rely on dishonest wealth will ultimately face consequences, but those who trust in God and work diligently will be blessed. Here are some moral lessons based on the Bible's teachings about fraud, Ponzi schemes, and dishonest wealth. 1. Honesty is the best policy. Deception may bring temporary gain, but in the end, it leads to destruction and disgrace. Proverbs 10 verse 9. A person of integrity will always be trusted and blessed in the long run. Proverbs 28 verse 6. 2. Quick riches lead to ruin. The pursuit of fast money often results in loss and regret. Proverbs 13 verse 11. Hard work, patience, and godly wisdom lead to lasting wealth. Proverbs 14 verse 23. 3. Greed is dangerous. The love of money corrupts the heart and leads people away from God. 1 Timothy 6 verses 9 to 10. True wealth is found in contentment, righteousness, and trust in God. Hebrews 13 verse 5. 4. Fraud harms others and will be punished. Those who cheat, deceive, or exploit others will ultimately face God's judgment. Micah 2 verses 1 to 3. Wealth gained through dishonesty will not last and will bring sorrow. Jeremiah 17 verse 11. 5. Trust in God, not in dishonest schemes. Seeking God's kingdom and righteousness lead to true provision and security. Matthew 6 verse 33. When we are faithful in small things, God entrusts us with greater blessings. Luke 16 verse 10. 6. Warn and protect others from fraud. As believers, we should expose deceitful practices and protect others from falling into financial traps. Ephesians 5 verse 11. We are responsible for teaching financial wisdom and integrity to the next generation. Proverbs 22 verse 6. May God bless you abundantly for watching. Like, share and subscribe to this channel.